Good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Uh, Compliment of the season. I hope you're enjoying the holidays. Now what we're going to be looking at, if you can see this young man on the screen, this is a clip. This is a 2 minute clip, and after a bit of narration from myself, I'm going to allow the clip to play so that you can hear what this young man was describing. Now, what happened was that this young man, you can see, is actually an Israeli citizen. He's actually an Israeli activist. Now, what he is into is that he's into Israel's history. What he does is he investigates Israel's history and tries to find communities around the world that have a link, that have ancestry to Israel around the whole world, Africa, Europe, and all that. That is actually what he's into. So he has heard about the Igbo people, and he said, okay, let us go there and investigate. Let us go and speak with the people one-on-one. Let us go and see what is happening over there. Now, what happened was that this young man actually successfully got to Igbo land. He got to Igbo land and he met the Igbo people. There was discussions. There were already discussions going on. Now, this young man was actually surprised by the level of commonality between both peoples, that is the Igbo people and the people in Israel. Now, what they wanted to do is that they wanted to make a documentary, a proper documentary, which they will produce and broadcast, probably in Israel, or, just make it open information. Now, they had gotten to Igbo land only about a day. I'm not sure it was up to a day. And so suddenly, these people appeared. The Department of State Security, the DSS, they appeared and took the young man and his team, because the man didn't come alone. He came with his team. His production team were on ground. It was going to be more or less a groundbreaking documentary. I'll just let you listen to the young man himself. This is just a 2 minute clip or thereabouts. We'll see you on another video. Thank you.
Nigeria is not the safest country in the world. People who go against the politicians disappear left and right all the time. And the government at the time was very against the Igbo population. They had massacred them in 1967 in the Biafra War, and still there's persecution till this day. So we knew coming into Nigeria, we're not here to get involved with the politics, but we're here to tell the story of a population that many in the government experience or think of them as their enemies. So we land in
which is
Ogidi.
getting involved in the politics.
Well, we're not here to play politics in Nigeria. We're just here to say they have
no
Jewish
agenda.
connection. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there are movements trying to separate the southern part of Nigeria, which is Biafra, Igboland, and to create independence from Nigeria. So that's the politics that they fear. That's not what I'm involved with. I'm just talking about their Jewish heritage and trying to reconnect our greater family. And I'm doing this all around the world right now, starting in Africa, and all across Africa we've been. So we get to Ogidi, and we're with this Jewish community. We brought them a Sefer Torah that was given to us as a gift, and we spent a day and a half with them, and it was one of the most beautiful experiences I've ever had in my life. Just the amount of Torah and Jewish learning and connection that they have, and how they want to move to Israel and study in yeshiva and serve in the army and do all sorts of things to be connected to the Jewish people is really beautiful to see. After a day and a half there, we wake up Friday morning, getting ready to film their preparations for Shabbat, filming them making challah, filming them have a Jewish life to show the rest of the world what is actually going here. We get a call from the lobby that says, come downstairs, the police are here, bring your passports and phones. We haven't done anything illegal, so there's no reason for us to doubt that. We come downstairs, and it's not the police, it's 15 armed gun militants with black ski masks pointing guns at us. Immediately, they take our phones and passports. We try to negotiate, telling them, listen, we have things to film, we haven't been accused of anything, what do you want from us?
Speaking French there?
No, English. It's a former British colony, so most people speak English. And so we're telling them, listen, let us film, we'll come later if you have questions, you're not even telling us what we're doing wrong. No negotiation. They grab us, they bring us outside. There are 3 vans waiting for us. We were a team of 3, me, Noam, and David. And they put each of us in a separate car, drive us to a government location. We basically spend the entire day there, the entire night. Wake up the next morning. They bring us back into 3 other cars. And then they drive us 15 hours away to a Nigerian prison in Abuja, which is the capital city in Nigeria. And there we spent 3 weeks in Nigerian prison. The first week we were in a small cage, maybe 6 meters by, or 3 of us, full of rat feces, human urine, mold. And the most dangerous situation that we're in is one of our friends, David, who's 20 years older than me. This was 3 years ago. I was 27, now I'm 30. So he's 47. He has an immune system disorder that if he doesn't have his medication, he dies. In fact, he's survived 2 cancers from his condition. And we find ourselves in the place that's the worst if his immune system were to crash, and his medication is 15 hours away in the hotel, and it's already been 2 days that he hasn't taken his medication. So I basically now have 5 days to get help and to get my friend out, or else he dies. And it wasn't easy. They were starving us. They didn't give us food for 5 days, only water, and they were taking us for interrogation. Never charged us with anything. Never
physical interrogation.
I mean, I would say that starving someone and keeping them in those conditions is a form of torture.